What's good? Welcome to part four. I really think these questions are really helpful, and it's helping me see a lot more of myself. It's helping me see a lot more of how I progressed, and I'm just really happy to be doing this with you guys. So thank you for your interest. Um, let's just get right into it. Question 20: Would you call yourself a spineless weakling, and do you permit others to do your thinking for you? No, I definitely would not. I think I'm the baddest motherfucker on the planet. I constantly tell myself, not to threaten her or anything like that, but because, she's seen me kind of grow up. And when I was younger, when I was 9 or 10, I definitely was a pacifist, didn't really want to fight. This is before I started wrestling. I would get picked on, I would get bullied, and I just got fucking sick and tired of it. I got tired of being bullied. I got tired of watching other people be bullied. So I started working out really young. I started wrestling really young. Well, not too young. I was like 9 or so. Got my ass kicked my first year when I was 9 years old. And then by the time I became 13, I realized that I was a fucking stud. I was 13 and I could beat up grown men. And as I got older, I started learning more martial arts. I started learning more ways to defend myself. I've been training boxing recently. So I'm definitely not a weakling. I feel like, and as far as letting people think for me, I feel like that's the greatest sin of all time. I don't let the media think for me. I do my own research. I do very deep research. I listen to both sides of the argument. I don't focus upon one perspective. I feel like I'm the guy that because I have so much power, because I have so much internal power as well, I'm usually the person that can be the rock that kind of sits in the middle. So when there's a great movement on this side and a great movement on this side, I don't mind fighting both armies. I don't mind taking on the heat. I don't mind taking on any of it. I really don't. I kind of like it. It kind of excites me. And I don't really back down that easily from things. I get bored very easily. So if I don't feel like something's a real challenge for me intellectually, or if I don't feel like something's a challenge for me physically, I just kind of let it go. But I definitely want to call myself weak. I would call myself overly strong and overly prideful through that, you know. But I don't let it destroy me. 21. How many preventable disturbances annoy you? Why do you tolerate them? All right. Social media. Okay, I'll put it like that. Because I had to think about what he means by preventable disturbances, I guess. And I guess that's things in your life that you can very easily avoid, that you keep engaging with, that you just don't have to. So, things that occupy my time that I don't like. Social media. So, I've allowed myself to kind of get away from Instagram, but I feel like I just kind of gave Instagram up for Facebook for a bit. Because I feel like I'm looking for discourse and I'm looking for dialogue. I'm looking for people to talk to about these issues, and I'm really trying to spread the word about the things that I believe in. But I feel like my time would be better spent with people that actually believe what I believe already, or are kind of on the fence or moving towards that direction. But giving this first question of being a spineless weakling, I allow myself to get into too many fights and too many arguments that I could honestly easily avoid if I just didn't have that interest in what do you say? Not really chaos, but the kind of interest in the competition. Why do I tolerate it? I don't tolerate it anymore. It really bothers me. It really does disturb me. It really does take a lot of time out of my program and my what I could be doing, but I don't really know how else to really go about it. It's just kind of like how I am as a person. I don't know what else to be doing with that outlet. I don't know how to really do social media. I don't really know how to do the debate thing either. I can debate, but I can debate to win. You know, social media and definitely just preventable disturbances again is just dealing with people that don't hold me in the same regard that I do, that don't have the same appreciation for my time, that challenge not really my beliefs, but my credentials. And I just really don't like to get lost in any of that. 22. Do you resort to alcohol, drugs, or cigarettes or other compulsions to calm your nerves? If so, why not try willpower instead? Uh, for most of my life, I did willpower actually. And for most of my life, willpower just did not seem like you move past the realm of willpower, and when your willpower is depleted, and you don't have any of those other things to kind of take you to the next level, it starts having psychological effects on you. You start to normalize certain things. You start to dissociate with certain things. You start to lose sympathy and lose pity with other, or you can't pity other people anymore. You can't really have mercy about other people because you're too one within your own mind and your own perspective and your own understanding of things. The first thing I resort to is prayer, for sure, and then breathing, taking deep breath. I don't do alcohol. I don't do drugs. I mean, I don't do cigarettes. I don't do any hardcore drugs. I smoke weed, but that's not something that I do to distress. I don't like, let me put it like this. I don't like doing any mind altering substance in a bad mood. I like to already be in a good mood. I like to already feel good about life and then do it. I like to be doing it before I'm going to be doing something fun. I like to do it before I'm going to play video games or something like that. I don't really, it's not my coping mechanism. Drugs and alcohol are not my coping mechanism, I'll put it like that. But relying on willpower, I rely on God. I rely upon my higher power. I rely upon my creator, you know? Because if I don't understand something, if something feels very difficult for me, I'm not going to just remain in my thoughts or remain in my mood because I tried that before. And after a while, it's not enough. So you're eventually going to either tip in one way that you become very negative and very pessimistic about the world, or you tip in the other way and you just start normalizing things to remain your sense of positivity. And you became blindly liberal and accepting things that you really shouldn't accept for yourself. So I don't resort to it. I don't rely upon it. I definitely like to think that I rely upon God first, and then whatever direction He pushes me into is what I will accept and what I would do. Because a lot of the times I don't have access when I'm really going through something hard. I don't have access to drugs or alcohol like that. I could definitely buy it, but it's not like there already. It's like it becomes available to me after I've solved my problem. It's never like I've just never had that ability that in the midst of my situation, in the midst of my issue, I have drugs and alcohol right there to rely upon. And I just don't like smoking cigarettes. 23. Do you let anything nag you? If so, for what reason? I let my mother nag me because she usually gives really good advice. And if I don't listen to her the first time, I regret it. I let my lady life partner, Amanda, nag me from time to time because her opinion and perspective is very important to me. And I'm just not always the type of person that's going to catch it the first time around. But with that, neither nags me. So I don't really have the nagging in my life comes from myself mostly. It comes from being discontent with where I am. It comes with being discontent with my situation, and it comes with a great deal of pressure that I put on myself that other people usually tell me to remove from myself. But they're not me, so they can't fly as high as an eagle. So I really can't. Like, I gotta solve my own issues and solve my own problems. So I don't really let anything nag me, but the two people that I do allow, like, that kind of lane to, I guess you would say, don't really nag me for much. Again, I'm very self reliant, so I try to get on things ahead of time. The only thing I really get nagged at is about taking out the trash or washing dishes. I don't really think that there's anything else that really, like, people have a great deal of issue with me for. 24. Do you have a definite major purpose? Absolutely. If so, what is it, and what's your plan for achieving it? As I said within the very first video, my major definite purpose and goal is redefining the image of the black man. I am tired of this perspective of disenfranchisement. I'm tired of this perspective that we can't do anything. I'm tired of other people having an opinion of black people. So within my lifetime, I really want to redefine the mold and break the mold for what is achievable for a black man, of what people perceive a black man to be, of what people limit a black person with, because I feel like it's all bullshit. I feel like there's a lot that I can do that's never been done before by anybody, and then I feel like there's a lot that has been done already that I can make look easy, very easy. So, what's my point for achieving it? I feel like maybe that's my biggest issue. Come back to me with that. But maybe I do have a plan. I can't discuss it with you because of what I just told you my goal is. Uh, but the first thing is like definitely media exposure. I made my books, getting my perspective out there. And I guess with my books, I can speak on that portion, is that it gives me an outlet to kind of create that new world, create that new perspective that I want so badly, so that other people can take it in. But with the amount of time that I spend doing it, it allows me to also change. My greatest plan is to just live it through example. I don't want to be the. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to just post video after video after video after video after video after video after video, blaming other people for it, holding other people accountable for it, but not doing it myself. I feel like doing it myself within my lifetime is the greatest contribution that I can give the world. 25. Do you suffer from any of the six basic fears? If so, which one? I actually do not remember what the six basic fears are. I definitely had it written down when I first read the book. So I might actually. Can I Google something real quick? Hold on. Think and grow rich. Six basic fears. Comes right up. Six basic fears and think and grow rich. Hold on a second. Fear of poverty, fear of criticism, fear of ill health, fear of loss of love, fear of old age, fear of death. No, I don't. I don't fear any of those things. I don't fear poverty, or else I would never have been homeless. I would have never. I accepted